What's going on, guys? It's Dano from CoinSpots here, back from a really long hiatus. I know I haven't uploaded in months, but that's because I was super busy with school and exams, stuff like that. And, also I was taking the time to get better at my technical analysis and stuff like that. So now, being the summer, I am going to hopefully be cranking out these videos on the daily. Actually, I'm going to make myself crank out these videos on the daily. So, you know, it's going to help me kind of progress through trading, and kind of document my journey through this cryptocurrency space and, see how much I improve and also at the same time helping you guys. So, per usual, we're going to get right into Bitcoin. I do not have any alts up today because, as I said, I'm kind of getting back in the swing of things. So, we're just going to be taking a nice, good look at Bitcoin and, like, what the heck is going on. So, as you can see right now, I've got the cloud up. I've actually been doing a little bit of cloud trading recently. And one of my most recent trades was right here. I got in at around 8,200, right here at the Kijun that had confluence with the zero point 0.5 retracement level. Typically, I only trade 3 Fibonacci retracements, the 0.382, the 0.5, and the 0.618. So as you can see, the Kijun here provided support, had confluence with that 0.5 fib, and I placed bids right here along the Kijun. And I had a nice little entry there. Let's just take the fib out to make this chart look a little bit cleaner. I got in, and then I took profits at around the 8,700 area because I saw that price interacted with this daily SR level and it provided resistance, and as you can see, we closed below it. So I saw price didn't have the momentum to break this daily SR, and I closed out my trade. It was a pretty good trade for me, but that's kind of where we are right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the cloud because don't need that anymore. I just wanted to explain one of my trades with that. So right now, Bitcoin is definitely looking kind of bearish because it looks like we're going to interact with this daily SR level here at 8,300. There is I should say, a pretty strong support level / order block at the 8,200 to 8,300 level. Now, the thing is, if we get a little bit more granular and go into the 4-hour, we can see this bearish flag forming right here on Bitcoin. This is a textbook bearish flag on the 4-hour. And I'm thinking that we're going to break this 8,300 level, and that means we're going to drop down to 7,800-ish or below. Now, why do I say that? A, because we have this bearish flag forming, and B, because we're interacting with this support again. And typically, if a support level gets interacted with multiple times without any space in between, so if price just keeps hammering down on that support level, as we can see here, it's typically not going to be able to hold. And as you can see right now, this bearish flag looks like it's forming, and we're going to see what the heck happens when it touches down at this 8,300 level. Now the thing is, we've got this massive candle here, and typically if you've been trading for a while, you know that these big, huge bull candles, or bear candles for that matter, aren't really efficient moves, and they tend to get filled up again. And what I mean by filled is that price is going to retrace down below the level before it comes back up again, right? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find a good example right now, but typically price will come back and fall through because there is no support or resistance throughout this entire huge bull candle. And typically price is just going to clear through that. And that's why this 7,800 support level or SR level, support slash resistance level, I don't think is going to hold too well. So right now the case for Bitcoin is pretty bearish on the short term. I know we've got stuff like Consensus Invest going on, pretty much the Coachella of Bitcoin, or the Coachella of cryptocurrency, I should say. But right now the technicals are not looking too hot for Bitcoin. Especially right here we had this SFP. I did miss this actually on the daily. I think it looks a little bit cleaner. Yeah, right here, this SFP, we broke through, and if you opened up a short right here, you're in pretty good shape right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. That's what I'm looking at right now, taking a look at these levels. So kind of to recap, just watch this 8,300 level. I'm highly confident it's going to break because of that bear flag and just the constant interaction with it. And then the next big level would be 7,800, and if that doesn't hold, then we're back pretty much into the 6,000s because, as I said, there is no support or resistance, or support, I should say, in this huge bear or bullish, candle. So not 7,800, then we're back into the 6,000s, and who knows where we're gonna go from there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, moving on to the news. There really wasn't too much news, at least anything significant, these days. I found this specifically that this exchange in South Korea has been raided, and now there are warrants for employees on that exchange, and basically they were selling crypto that they didn't own. Yeah, pretending to have cryptocurrencies. So it kind of reminds me of Tether, right? Where they're just constantly printing Tether that may or may not be backed by the dollar. So kind of a similar situation here. Just goes to show, per usual. And first of all, this was a relatively small exchange, so this isn't the oh man, I'm blanking out on what the big crypto exchanges in South Korea are, but this wasn't a big exchange by any means. However, it just still goes to show, when you are putting money on your exchanges, or when you are putting money on exchanges, you're trusting a third party, which is pretty much the antithesis of crypto. So just always be careful, be wary what you're doing, especially with these new exchanges that are coming out. And stuff like this also kind of warrants the need for, decentralized exchanges, even though that, has issues all in itself, right? In terms of usability, are people going to really switch over from centralized exchanges to decentralized exchanges? Because if you've used Ether Delta, you know how much of a pain in the butt it is to use, and getting regular everyday people to switch over to something like that is going to be very, very, very difficult. So yeah, next bit of news that kind of caused the whole Zcash pump that's up like 20 some percent is that Gemini is now the world's first licensed Zcash exchange. This is honestly pretty interesting because a lot of people in the space have always doubted that privacy coins would ever get the green light from regulators to be put on exchanges, because after all, they can't be traced. However, it does mention here on this article that they're only going to be allowing the unshielded addresses. So if you know anything about Zcash, it's not 100% private like Monero is. You basically have an option to turn on what are called shielded addresses, where you can't track the amount of money sent or who sent it, or it's pretty much completely anonymous. Or you can turn off and do an unshielded transaction. So currently they're only supporting unshielded addresses, which does make sense. I don't know if they're ever going to add shielded addresses. They're saying they're working on it, but really, since you can't track that, I can't imagine regulators are going to give the green light, for that. That's why this kind of took everybody by surprise, including me. But who knows, this also, kind of opens up the window that Coinbase could be adding, some kind of privacy coin. I know there's a whole hype behind 0x that was going to be the next coin added to Coinbase, but this just shows that, privacy coins are, they could potentially be given the green light to comply with regulations and be able to be traded on exchanges, So yeah. Other than that, that's it for today's episode. Quite a short one. I know, I just gotta get back into the whole YouTube grind and stuff like that, recording and whatnot. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm definitely going to be, cranking out some more content, doing some charts on altcoins and stuff like that. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully you guys subscribe, hit the like button, and help me grow out this channel. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow.